Hello YouTube, this is Carl, that BMX guy. Got a nice setting to work with, no sounds. Anyway, the Speed Uno project has been doing a awesome job as being my commuter, on rainy days especially, nighttime, whatever. The Dynamo light was a big improvement with it because I kind of like riding at night. And I was going to add the rear tail light, and I still have that somewhere, but we got another thing that we can do all that too instead. Maybe the Uno will still keep a headlight and, be used and stay with its setting the way it is. But we have something else. So, generally, I wasn't expecting to find anything because, like, Dahon sucks. Sorry, they really suck lately. They don't make a single speed folding bike. For some reason, they market America as, like, being lazy. So they make everything have a derailleur or some kind of shifter. Or the main concern with Turn lately is like, oh, e-bikes. Well, I don't want that. I want a single speed frame. I want simplicity. I like having the coaster rake on. This is actually nice, but I do like having V-brakes too. I'd rather have front and rear V-brakes. So that is what this is going to be. So we'll take a look at what's in here. You probably see the name upside down because it's kind of right there. What sucks is that I had to get this from Japan. And we're going to try to put this in the tripod in a second, but a lot of stuff requires, too much work. So as you see, there is a box. In this box is lots of packing material. Surprisingly, one of these frames are folded. They're very small. Should be a frame. This is the frame. Russell's Japanese lettering. Oh man, this is nice. I have to unfold these and put this out because it's kind of neat. Some people I know actually, know Japanese, and I would probably have them read it for me. We have a fork in here, most likely. Probably with the frame. So I have to unpackage all that stuff. I'll just get this in the tripod. I would pause it, but I'm not really into it. I'll pause it in a second. Okay, well, as you see, it's packed pretty good. I gotta say that whenever I get stuff from Japan, especially, it's usually a pretty quick shipping. Obviously, it's not so small. I just don't like the fully shipping or shipping. It can damage the finish. But as you see, it is a chromoly frame, so it's not aluminum. I'm not a big fan of aluminum. I'm not sure when these were out. I wanted to keep that list. I've done a good job of keeping it reddish. It's kind of funny this is on here. There's the fork. I'll get the packing straight off the fork. So you have. So, when I got the fork for that Uno right there, right? I got that from 4USA, but he decided to retire his shop just recently. I kind of wish he would say, oh, I got some stock, you have a lot of stock, so you can sell it. I mean, I would love to sell folding bikes. Obviously, there's no real market. Because, the US is just into, oh, you're going to have a racer bike with gears. Oh, and now I need e-bikes only because you got to go fast when you commute too, because you're not allowed to go slow. You can't just go at an easy, slow pace where it's safe. You got to always be in the race, no matter what. So maybe I'll like get the packing material off everything and I'll come back. Yeah, so I had to pause the video for like a good 15 minutes of getting that stuff off. So we got a fork, right? Nice cantilever mount fork. It's oversized, threadless. There's even cable guides for the front dynamo, because this model, this SOS, must have came with a front dynamo, and that's pretty nice. I like that. Does it come with a rear light too? I don't know, but you see, it is basically a speed frame. It has that triangular design to it, but the hinge is a little bit smaller, noticeably, than the other one. But so yeah, it still locks. It's nice and tight. The hinge has a little bit of like scratching and stuff, but generally that's how they all get. I'll probably just wax it and clean it up, but yeah, so you see it has cable guides everywhere. You got the brake cable guides. So we got two on the down tube. So one's just for the brake and one's for the rear 3-speed this used to come with. But those are pretty cool. It's an SOS. So we got the rack things. We got a chain guard thing. Actually, you know, it's funny. That unit doesn't have that chain guard. We got the magnet hole. Nice machined out dropouts. You know, the rack mount and rack, fender mount, kickstand mount, so we can hook a kickstand to it. It's basically just a simple design. The head tube is an integrated or internal 1 1/4 headset, so I can get another Chris King headset for this. I know people are like, oh, they didn't like the video with the Chris King headset installed on that guy. You know, because, you know, why would you put a Chris King headset on your folding bike? It's a piece of junk. When I see them on fixed gear, single speed 6KUs and tribes and other shit like that, and they're technically made shittier than these fucking Dahon folding frames. It's been working fine. That Chris King headset pretty much transformed that whole steering situation to be nice and smooth all year. For the last, what, 2 years I had that one there? The headset never came loose once. That's what tells you how good a Chris King headset is. The turn seat post has been fine, and so has the JW seat clamp holding the Thompson seat post that's on there too, with that so-called uncomfortable seat. A lot of people say, like, lots of seats are uncomfortable for people, but that seat actually is pretty comfortable. Meaning, like, when you actually pedal the bike, it's comfortable. Sitting still on a naked bike ride, well, that sucks. But I think it's any seat. You want to pedal on your bike, that's the problem. But otherwise, like, if you look at the design, that frame versus this one, it's the same. It's probably more refined because it's 2015 design right there versus 2007. Let's see that serial number. What does that say? 06. What's that? I think it's 06. It could be a D6. Not really sure what year that means when I look at that one. Maybe it's like D611, maybe 2011. It's a possibility that it says 2011, but I don't know. But yeah, as far as the welds, they're in good shape. Paint, let's give it some wax. Should be fine. It has that front thing to hold stuff that a lot of people say, oh, you should put something to hold your front rack. I don't like the front rack staying still. I just don't like it. It makes my eyes get crossed. I kind of really like the front rack, period, because, you know, it adds unnecessary weight to the bike. I want to be able to carry it up and down the stairs to a train station or a bar without getting tired. So, yeah, this frame doesn't really feel that heavy, but it's probably about 8 pounds. The fork probably weighs about, well, nothing. It's like, but yeah, I'd say that, you know, I'd say that frame is going to be an exceptional new bike. The heater came on. It was really loud. I'm not sure if that's actually in the video or not. But yeah, so our new project's going to be this Dahon SOS. Now I'm not really know what the story is behind it. I looked it up, and it seems like it was made for, like, you know, people that work at hospital as a volunteer or whatever, to get them back and forth to the hospital or medical area or something like that. Because it does have a cross on the SOS. I'm not sure if it was only in Japan. I mean, I never heard of it until I saw on eBay just last week. And what's funny is the guy in Japan shipped it pretty fast. So now that we have no background noise. So yeah, that's going to be the next project. So it's going to be like the Dahon SOS project. But it has a cable guide that I can run a 3-speed hub. Like I say, I got that AM. I can put the AM on here, or the SRF3. The cable guide can also probably work with the tail light to help that. I don't necessarily want to take apart the Uno for all its pieces. And I still got the Ford too. I didn't even want to take that apart either. My issue is I kind of grow attached to these things. So the Ford, that isn't at the house at the moment, but that's still together. I didn't even like remove any of the pieces or nothing. I kind of like kept everything that I took and put on this one, like the fenders, like the gray fenders that were on this. I put these Black Planet bike fenders on here instead. They're much nicer. But the Ford is just going to keep its fenders. Ford's going to keep its brakes, its cables. But yeah, well, for this one, I'm probably going to get the Chris King headset, because I like it, and I like using it. I like having good quality stuff on my bike. Another profile crank maybe, or I'll just take the profile crank off of something else. I got so many of them. Another set of, these are super lights that are on there right now. They have pawls, but I don't really like the pawls on here. The noodle itself on the pawl is, I'm like afraid to like break it every time I turn the bars. So with this one, like, that noodle is kind of more susceptible or easier to manipulate it without killing it. Or I don't know, I just don't really like having expensive brakes as much as the headset, I guess. I mean, like, it just seems like the Avid brakes always work very good. But I can look for more of those SLs to keep the silver brakes. And, you know, another turn seat post, so I can use a Thompson seat post like that one, or just use that Thompson seat post and turn post. Look for something else for that. But I think I'd rather just like just build this up as a new setup altogether. Like, take this Dynamo, put it on here instead with the light. Make a rear wheel that has a silver hub versus a black hub. Or just use like the 3-speed hub that's already silver, right? And, you know, put the tail light and headlight on there, but black fenders on a white frame, I don't know. I might not like that. I can always get those like Velo Orange chrome things. Then they add a lot of weight. Even if they're aluminum, it's still kind of heavy. The thing is, like, the aluminum little, these are fender stays. These aren't aluminum, these are stainless steel. So they don't bend. They just stay straight. They keep the fender from falling off. They don't have these little plastic clips to break off like the Planet Bike fenders normally come with. I mean, these are made by Handsome Cycles. I think that's Wisconsin, Chicago, somewhere out there. And they're just pieces of wire that they bend for you. And you get charged like $20 for each of them. But whatever. They're well worth their money. And the little Velo Orange peak lamps, they hold them fine too. So as far as figuring out what to do about the fenders and the color, since it's white, I'm going to leave it white. I'm not going to repaint it. Maybe I'll like touch it up where it's scratched. The thing is, like, it's a fallen bike, you know. It's not supposed to be exemplary, perfect looking. But yeah, this fork, I have a magnet somewhere that I can put on it. I can widen it out to the 100 normal width. Either stick that hub on there or maybe get those velocity dynamos in different hole counts so I can make the front a little lighter. Like, they're trying to make this as light as possible is always a good idea. But I don't like going light with the crank because the cranks, they're taking all the force. You use a light crank, it'll just break. And I know a lot of people say, oh, the square taper spindles are more than fine. Well, guess what? No, they're not. You stand up on them too long, you will wobble them out and wear them out. There's people that just sit down their ass on the bike and ride really slow and never break their cranks because they're so perfect. But no, I like pedaling fast and hard. And I'm 170 plus pounds, but I produce about up to 500 watts per crank pedal. So guess what? I can break a crank pretty easily. Profile cranks don't break. And they have a lifetime warranty and all other shit. So I'll rather have another set I'm on here. As far as like, if I'm going to take those cranks and put them on here, I'm not sure. Because I can always just put a different crank on this one that's black. Because I got more black ones than chrome ones. But yeah, I have to say, like, after wasting your time for 60 minutes, I got another project. So maybe you'll see more videos of it. So this is Dappy Max Guy, and thanks for watching. This will be like, what, part 1? Or just like intro to the Dahon SOS folding bike. And yeah, thanks for watching.